Hello and welcome back to another live stream on Reforj. Um, so in the last stream, we've switched up styles. We changed the medieval tower to a more futuristic tower, using basalt and orium and gilded bricks, as you can see in front of me. The tower was still a little bit short, and I wanted it to be taller, so we needed much more basalt for that. And today I really wanted to look over the design. So I went ahead and built the tower offline. As you can see, this is quite a big tower. It goes up to Y level 194, something like that. So yeah, but as you can see, it lacks something. So let's also take a look from a bit further away, because this baby is visible from far away. So maybe let's look from here. See, it is quite tall, but I want to design this tower, and obviously in the bottom you can see the gilded bricks in the ridge, and you can see the orium blocks, but I feel that the orium blocks are too symmetrical. So the tower is now too symmetrical, and what I am aiming for is a real futuristic cyberpunk kind of style. And I imagined these orium blocks to be sort of energy lines, and I want them to playfully crawl upwards in the tower. So I actually made a mistake in my last live stream by doing this in a symmetrical way. I wanted to go round, maybe a progressive lining, but that's not what I wanted in actuality. And also, if you look at the height, orium, although I have quite some, is still a scarce resource. So I need to combine it with something, and I want to look into that as well. So before we are going to do that, because it's also getting night, let's take away the orium blocks and replace them by basalt, so we have a clean starting point. So let's do that. So for me, this is an entirely different way of building. I was very much used to building medieval kind of builds, and also when I played Minecraft, I did similar things. Also, most of the time, leaning into well, medieval kind of building styles. So yeah, that is what I want to change for today. But for now, let's see. I need a block that I can use to scaffold on. Let's take this, so we can take away the orium blocks in preparation of the new design. I think it's best to work from outside, because especially at these sites, I can then make the build a little bit nicer well, not nicer, easier to adjust. So let's do it here, because I will need to sculpt it from the outside. And I also need to take this. Let's take this all in. We'll make it a little bit darker as soon as the Orion blocks are gone. So I will have to adjust for that as well. Let's put a torch here. And let's remove all this Orium. And while I'm doing that, I am going to think about what material I should combine this with. Because in creative, we have much more options than we have in survival. Because in creative, you have all kinds of, you have the resin and the lumen stone, but I haven't found those in the survival world, and actually I'm not even sure if they are in the survival world. I think not. So the design elements are still a little bit well, a little bit less than in creative, but we will have to work with that. So let's do that. And let's take this here. Also put a torch here. Thank you very much for that. Okay, that Orium is gone. Let's go to the other side now. Let's take this with me. Okay. Take this one out as well. That if everything is gone, because then we can start to rebuild and really start to contemplate the design. So what I'm thinking about is, you know, those cyberpunk buildings with blue lines and dark ridges, and the blue lines they crawl up the building as if they're energy sources that crawl up the building, something like that. So that is what I'm trying to achieve. And I can't do that with Orium alone, because I only have so much Orium. So after I've filled this in with basalt, we're going to go to the storage area. I'm gonna watch what kind of resources I have and think about what we can do to give this build the cyberpunk vibe that I crave for this build. Oh, let's continue with this. Okay, I believe I now have all the Orium that we needed. So let's go to outside. Where is it? Where is the... Didn't I... Oh, there it is. I already thought, where is it? Okay. Now, gulp this away. Okay, great. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not either. This. That. Oh. Here we go. Immediately can see how it gets darker here. Get everything? Yes. No, I didn't. I put down... Let's remove this. And let's move downward here. And pick up all those blocks. Or rather, elements, as they are called in Reforj. Getting light already. So, next up is this part. This part is a little bit easier to adjust. At least so I thought. This is a little bit faster. Oh, then moving here. So now we're going to do it like this. Give me platform. Here. this one. Now sculpt them to match the rest of the wall. Sorry for me being a little bit silent, because whenever I am doing this kind of stuff I get very concentrated. But we will get to the design stuff soon, so this only will take a short while. So bear with me. So again, we are now removing the Orium from the sides, or at least I already did that just now, but we're now replacing those empty gaps with basalt stones, so we get an empty canvas. From there on we can contemplate how to proceed with this build. So you see how high the tower is, and I want to make use of that in the design as well. And the tower will become even higher than it is now. Because I think I want a tapered crown. I think that would give it a little bit tension and less symmetry. Because that is also one of the aspects that I didn't like of the way the tower looks now. Because it's an octagon at this moment. And it will stay an octagon, but it's not very playful, and when it has all that symmetry, it's not that exciting yet. And that's why I think to do that we have to create an intentional unbalance, which gives this build some tension to it, the cyberpunk tension that I'm craving for this build. So almost done replacing the Orium, and then we will go to the storage and see what materials we have in stock that we can use to spice it up. I think this is the last bit. Let's take this out, check whether we didn't forget anything, but I think this should be it. It took me quite some time to build this tower up. I needed a lot of basalt, as you can imagine. Before we're going to design, let me show the view from the top, because it's spectacular. And actually, this afternoon, Tunray helped me a little bit with mining and some other stuff, because I needed a lot of resources. So this was the build height that we left in the previous live stream. You can see I got a little bit more height out of it than we had before, and that gives that impressive view from afar. And it already has it casts a real big shadow to this Reforj world. But I really want that tension in the design that makes it really exciting, thrilling. So the cyberpunk style that I'm looking for, with bluish energy lines, dark patterns, and those energy lines crawling up the building and reaching towards a tapered crown and a needle, if you will. So let's walk here. I have to be careful. I fell down more than once. So here you are. How about this? And when I jump from here, I can fly very far, as you can imagine. So this is a great staging area when you go on a mission and need to go further away. You can get there much faster from here. Let's look at the other side. Look at that. Oh, and that is what I mean. I have to be careful. Oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. No, no. And saved it. Okay. Well, now looking from the outside. So this is what it looks like currently. And I imagine lines coming from down here, going upwards across the tower and reach the top. But I only have limited Orium, so I need to combine it with another material. So think with me, if you will. Oh, I went to the old entrance for the storage. The entrance is now inside the tower. Here we are. So let's see if we can think of materials that we can use. So we have the marble, but the marble is white. And I don't know whether white would give the tension that I want. Obviously here inside I have used the white marble in the pattern that Z4 used in his challenge video when we did a sci-fi build challenge with Tunray and Kforge and Z4 and myself with Orion behind it. But I don't want to repeat that because that's already been done by Z4 obviously, and I've done it in here on a smaller scale. Plus this doesn't fit the tension I want for the tower, so white for me is out of the question. What's in here? Oh, that's snow and ice, so the skimmer shells. So granite, let's see the granite. It's not a very exciting block. Maybe I can use it for some texture, but it's a completely different color style, so I don't think that would be the answer. So let's put the granite back. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Well, sand is out of the question as well. Slate maybe. I have to remember the slate. Maybe I can do something with the slate. It has a similar drawing as the basalt, but it's not suitable for the energy lines that I want to build for this tower. So this is stone, more slate and granite. Gravel is definitely not the right one. Slate tiles maybe? Would that maybe work? No. The bricks are vertical. And I want the movement to go upwards. So that's not the direction I want to go in. Let's put this in here. Why did I put the slate here? Oh, let's put the slate back. Yeah. Wood isn't it either. I think so. Let me see, what do I have more? Iron. The iron isn't as shiny as I would like it to be. So I might be using it for some areas of the build, but definitely not for the energy lines. So let's put that back. Oh, let's take this Orium. Glass. Glass. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where was the noble glass? Let's try something. Oh, I need to take out the iron ingots and put in the noble glass. Let's see if the noble glass might work. It's blue, so that might be something I could combine with the Orium. So, hey Stralung. And let's see, and I also want to look at refined glass. So I need a little bit of beach sand, and I'm not sure how much, but let's, because to do that I need to do one glass, and let's put this one down. Oh, I already had a lot of glass. Let's put some lighting behind it. Orium used to give up much more light than it does now. And this is refined glass. It's a shame that the lighting has become less. It would be fun if it could be more. Maybe if you would combine it with some other elements, you could get it to light up maybe in the future. So this is refined glass. So let's put it over here. So the refined glass is really transparent. You almost don't see it there. So I don't think the refined glass is an option. Currently, Stralung says he's working on a main game camera, and the new tilt is awesome. That's great, Stralung. I think I should do something with that noble glass. What do you guys think? Is that a that could give of that certain feel that I'm looking for? Yeah. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's put back the normal glass and the refined glass, and let's put back the sand over here. And why did I take the iron with me? I don't know. Put it over there. Let's take... Where is it? I probably will then have to mine for more noble glass as well. I need to keep some here because I also need that for other stuff. But let's put it in here. Let's see, how much do I get? So you need 10 noble glass for 1 block of noble glass. So 10 noble glass shards. That's quite steep a price. This won't nearly give me enough, but let's try it with this amount and see if it works. If it works, I can later go offline and mine more of it. But like I said, this session is not about grinding. This is really about designing, and I hope you will help me with that in my choices, maybe validate the choices I've been making. And I think I need to create a little bit more charcoal. So let's get some wood. Yeah, get some wood. Let's put it there. And this. That's okay. How fast will it go? See? Not that fast. I do. Oh, it stopped, so let's put some in here already. Okay. I need that noble glass. Oh, there's some here. It's already a little bit lighter outside. It's still dark. I don't have any aura on me, so I can freely walk around without the tunnelers trying to harm me. Well, everything is smelting. Let's see whether we can think up something. Oh, wait a minute. I only put in 1 charcoal, so that won't last a long time. I really need to pay more attention to those kinds of details, because else it can take me a very long time. So, here we are. Take this. Let's put it in. Okay, this is actually the last one. So my 190 noble glass shards only left me with 19 noble glass. You know what? When you think about that part, it's actually strange that noble glass shards stack to only 40. if you need so much to create a single noble glass. So from one stack of noble glass shards, you can only make 4 noble glass. So I think noble glass should stack up higher as well. So yeah, let's check the outside and think about the design. Because I'm not really sure how I want to do this, and hopefully you can help me with it. So again, what is my intention? So as it is now, we have an octagon tower base with a small reach at the bottom. What I want this to become is more like a cyberpunk tower, a large tower, which from a distance gives those mysterious and exciting cyberpunk vibes. So when I was working with the Orium, I wanted to create some kind of energy lines, but I ended up spreading them round in a symmetrical way. And that was not really the thing that I wanted to achieve. I really wanted to get towards an exciting energy line that crawls up the building and reaches towards the top, and the top should have a crown, if you will. So a top that is not symmetrical. So it has to be skewed a little bit and work towards a needle. So the top would be asymmetrical as well, and the energy line should crawl up that needle. So that's what I want to achieve. So the question becomes, how are we going to achieve that? And that's the difficult one. And as I don't want it to be symmetrical, this should not be on all sides. So I'm wondering from which side, which it would be the dominant side. So would that be this side that I'm looking at now? Would that become the dominant side? Or would the other side become dominant? So from this side of things. So let's go this way. Because you could also imagine this side being dominant. And I'm not sure what I want to do. For some reason, this side feels a little bit like the backyard, despite the fact that I have the door over there. But this feels a little bit like a backyard. When I chose this specific spot to build, it was because of those water bodies over here and over there. And the fact that it was positioned in between 2 mountains. So surrounding by the 2 mountains and their water body. And what's more, those water bodies, let's go up here. They end up in rivers. And this is also a more, how you say it, a more, a less steep hill. And here you have that water going through there and at that side. So I actually think This side should be the dominant one. That's what I think it should do. Would you agree with that? Would you agree that this would be the dominant side? So, what needs to happen for that to be true? Because I do think if I do that, I also need to prepare more here because door maybe should be at this side. Or do you think that the door can remain on the other side? It's a difficult one. So Strawlum says yes. So you think it should be on this side, the dominant one. And let's, by the way, can I sculpt this? I never tried that before. Do I see sculpting lines? They are there. It's difficult to see, but I think this is sculptable. So let's try that. Yes, this is sculptable. So that's quite nice. Though it's hard to see on this material that you're sculpting it. So if I would do something like this, I would not see, because of the coloring, what I'm aiming at. That's something I need to give back to 4J. So let's try and do this. So I have this ridge here, and I'm thinking maybe I need another ridge on top of it, but then from basalt. Also using the same stone as here, but then going inwards. So it gives a similar ridge as this with the gilded brick, but then with the basalt. And I would say 2 positions higher. So at the third from the basalt above the gilded blocks. Let's see if that works. Let's try that out. Let's try that out. So 1, 2, 3. So this would be that area. Let's try and see what that does. I won't do the whole tower, just a small piece of it to get a feel of it, just to see whether this is actually... Oh, I have to be careful. Let's see. So let's take this out. I need to take this out for a second as well, to position myself inside, I think. Let's do it like this. Okay. So, oh, not like that. So it will be something like this. Let's see whether that works or not. So it would be something like this. Mind you, this is just a little experiment for now, nothing definitive. Go down and look from a small distance what that looks like. Okay. So let's go here. What do you think? If I would do that round, so you get a band, if you will, but this time not with the gilded brick. I actually think if I want to do it, it has to be lower. One lower maybe? It feels too thick. For some reason. Let's see what happens if I lower it. Go up still. So, taking this out. Put it over here so I can walk in here and take the basalt with me. Yeah, and then put this here, and I will need to sculpt this to get the right feel to it, and I need to fill this up. No, I need to first get this in. Let's keep this behind there for now. Okay, what I thought is to make 2 rings and maybe a ring big left over the top and onto the other side. Rings, maybe a ring big left. Yeah, so it's not only the rings. So this is just a texture detail that I'm trying to do. And I also need to make ridges that go alongside the energy lines. So the Orium and the Noble Glass, at least I think I'm going to use Noble Glass for that. Should provide some kind of energy that goes upwards. Well, let's first take a look whether this works. So I'm not sure whether I want to do a ring over there, an upside down U. Yeah, but then it becomes symmetrical again, and obviously this is symmetrical as well. But what I want to do when going up, the lines, the energy lines, should draw our eye to the needle top that will be eventually be up there. And if I put something like you suggest, I would lose that magnetism towards that specific point. So that's what I'm searching for. But I actually don't think an additional ridge on top of that one will work. I think only one ridge is best in this case. Well, at least one ridge similar to this one is best in this case. But I do want a ridge, but not... I think not like this one. Because it... For some reason, it feels like it would be too much. So, I'm gonna take this away. Let's take this, what's behind here, away, and then we're going to approach this differently. Oh, this is part of the construction over there. Let's take this. Oh. Okay. That's it. And let's go here. And can I... Yeah, I can do this. Let's put those blocks back over here. And sculpt it, I wanted to say. I have to watch out because I don't want to lose my resources, obviously. Because I think I don't have... Yeah, I have to lose items on death on. So I have to be careful. I don't have any bread anymore. Maybe I have a quick fix for that. Yeah. So let's take this away. Obviously, this is not going to work. So let's first focus on those energy lines then. Before I do that, because I'm in danger of losing everything. Let's first put this into the storage and restore my health. And I have a fun way to do that. Let's put it in here. Over here then. So let's put all of this in this storage. So I can hurt my character. Do it like this. And then I will have my full health restored. It's quite a way up, as you can imagine. This avatar still looks a bit buggy. It jumps in quite a strange way. Don't you think? But if you aren't aware, 4J opened up the playtest for Xbox Series S and Series X users. So if you have an Xbox or a Series X or S, if you install the Insider Hub, you're able to play Reforj yourself and become an expansion pioneer. So let's see. I'm going to drop myself to death. Don't do this at home. But at least now I have my health back, and I can get the resource back and look what we going to do. So I think for those energy lines, I think we should start. Well, we should start with. sideways line of energy, so that it goes well, I have to put it outside for this. So first goes side, a little bit round. Maybe that is what I wanted. Maybe that is what I'm searching for. That parallel to this ridge, we first have a line that maybe starts over there and comes here, and then it moves up. Maybe in two prongs. So starting over there, here move something up. Maybe in two lines, one line here, one line there. This one slightly stopping earlier than this one, and then this one going further up. And then again, somewhere over there, creating lines that move sideways. Again, so I don't need the materials also for everything to absolutely reach up. Some signals need to die out. So, or maybe it starts with one line moving here, or maybe starting here, moving here, then going up over there, then crawling back that side again, maybe in two different ridges, and moving up, and then further up also have some lines that crawl up towards that top, so that when you see it, you really get drawn to that specific point. That's actually a bit what I'm aiming for. That's but I'm not sure how to get that. I'm not sure how I can really make that work, because I do need some depth in the site, so only placing the blocks itself is not enough. There has to be some 3D going on, like we're having here. So I will have to use the Orion blocks together with some chiseled, maybe sculpted into slabs, vertical slabs. Then, but I cannot do slabs over there. So that's another issue, because the forms here are different from here, because here we can simply sculpt a vertical slab, for instance, but we cannot do it over there, because these blocks are already sculpted to get them to look like this, and doing another sculpt on top of that would destroy the element. Well, not destroy it, but it would remove the element and convert it into an item. That's actually what we've done here as well. So if you look closely, here there's a block's width, and here you see we sculpted our way in here, and we did the same for the gilded blocks. So I was glad to see that the gilded blocks were sculptable, because not all blocks are. But I think, given the fact that this will be the dominant side, so you will come from here, and I think it should start somewhere over there. It would have to move from that side, move there, and from here on the flat surface go slightly up, and then that side. Additionally, why is it best to let it move upwards on the flat side is the following. If I want to have it over there, I can do it in two ways. So I can either, if I place a block, either do it like this to make it look like this, but then it's on the surface. So if I want to have it in such a way that it has some depth to it, then I would have to do it like this. So you would have a side like this, and this way you would have a way up. But then it would take me twice as much resources than on a flat surface where I can just do this. And this only takes one resource, while this takes two. So I think for me to pull this off, my best chances are to do it like that, or I have, well, that's a possibility as well, isn't it? That's a possibility as well. No, it isn't, because if I would do it like that and I place those in front of it, I don't see them anymore. So this works for vertical, but it doesn't work as it works for horizontal, but doesn't work for vertical. So I'm stuck with what I just said just now. So yeah, I think I need to do the horizontal movements on this surface, and the so on the diagonal surfaces, and the upward movement on the straight surfaces. So we already have this kind of crown, and if I go a little bit that side, let's see. Oh, I want to see what I see from that base when I'm a bit further away. So you see that when we're slightly lower, which obviously would be the case if when you arrive, you don't see that those gilded blocks. Also, I don't think you would see them from the other side as well. Let's check it out. Oh, I never noticed that there was gold over there. No. So it has to be I think the energy line should start above that tree line, so you can see those lines from afar. What do you think? Do you agree? Or maybe, oh, that's a shame. Is that a flat surface that I'm looking at, or is that a diagonal? I think it's a diagonal, because that really sticks out of that when you look through this area. I think that is a diagonal side. I already mentioned that's difficult in terms of going upwards because you need twice as much resources. Yeah, it is. This is the diagonal side. So by the way, I noticed that 90% of people watching right now are not subscribed. If you want to keep updated with what I'm doing here, you might want to subscribe and to get notified when I go live again in the future. You don't need to, but I would appreciate it. Well, let's just try it out and see what happens. Else, I will keep talking and nothing would happen. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would that be an appropriate spot for us to start out with? Maybe just place an Orion block here and see whether this is an appropriate height. So let's see. See anything here? Yes. Yes, we see something here. So if I start a little bit more to that side, then we can then we can really see it. So let's build a little bit of a ramp here. Oh, and walk a little bit free over here. So, but obviously I need it to be I need it to be a little bit inward, like the ridges that we saw earlier with the gilded bricks. Okay, come on. Take this. How am I going to do that? I think I need to go inside. I've now opened it up. Let's go up over here. So that's not what I wanted. To watch out. I don't want to fall with all those resources in my hand. So it has to be a little bit inward, and this is actually the most left one, so I'm gonna remove that. Here I'm gonna place some blocks like this. Then I will place these over here. This. Let's see. I'll remove this. Oh, to the outside again. Oops. I will need to repair that as well. Okay. see. Come on. Let's go up. Need to stop this one. Again, like that. Now. Do I keep this like this? Oh, I forgot I need to place over there as well. So, like that, yeah. This. Yeah. This one I do need to do this because here it will continue around the corner, if you will. So there I need to remove that. So this. Do this. Something like that. Go to the inside again. Oh, I thought I had my jumpsuit open, but I didn't. Oh, go up here. Like that. Pick up that element here. And this is actually quite nice because I don't need to be exactly at the face side of the block to be able to see it. I want to go all the way over there. Well, I feel that would be too symmetrical. Come on. Right. Jump now, I will probably be dead, so I need to drop these items here again. And then jump to my death over here. Like that. There we are. I really need to replace the location so I spawn in the storage area. But that's for another moment, not for now. So this is what it looks like now. And it's already becoming night. Where's the sun? It's a shame there's no seasonality yet in the game. Because in real life, in summer, it is... Oh, okay. In real life, in summer, you would have light a little bit longer than we have in this game. So I need to remove this to be able to see what I have done and to see whether this is something that we like or not. Let's like this. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's remove this part. I recorded a video of my game and maybe uploaded the Strolling. Oh, go ahead. Oh, and again I'm falling down. See if this works. Oh, and I forgot I needed to repair this one as well. There we go. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I can do that. So you see that one arching towards the side? It now feels a little bit lost. What I can do to remedy that is to actually remove this part and place this here. So now it feels like it has purpose. Whether it actually comes from somewhere. Like that. And now we need to let this go to the side over there. And then let it move up a little bit. But how am I going to use the noble glass with this? Always keep hydrating. I feel I need to somehow put the noble glass in there. But not sure yet how. Maybe put it in one line above that Orium to give it. Let's see if I can do that. Let's go from the inside to place it. I mean, and this is why I want scaffolding, because if you have scaffolding, you don't need to constantly break blocks. Now I need to break blocks each time to get to a similar spot. So let's see. Let's remove this. And let's remove that. Let's first take this out. And put the noble glass in here. Then let's put the glass over here. Now take away Take this out entirely. But let's let us. Yeah. So let's do it like this. Let's see whether this works. Need to build up again to reach the blocks. Go to that side for a minute. Let's see. So we're gonna move that. Keep that. Keep that. Okay. If this works. Let's see if this works. What do you think? Do you like this? And I could maybe then let this one continue one more and then go upwards. If you like this, give me a like. Let's do that. So instead of, if you're not able to chat, because I also see that most of you are watching on the TV. So maybe if I do it like this, you would be able to interact a little bit with me. What do you think? Leave me a like if you think this might work. So I'm going to continue here and go one additional to the side and then go up. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this block here. I'm gonna add one other block here. And what I can do as well... Oh, yeah. Now I have an idea. So, let me break this. I will place that back later, but then this way I can stand here. So I will go up one. Or maybe even two. And now I'm going to do this and bring it more to the front and do it like this. So now we have a block that... Oh! Would this work if I do it like this? Or do you think I should keep it in the same well, bevel, if you will? Maybe. Oh, would that work as well? Can I... If I would do it like this, so I would take this and then here do that and that. Now close this up. Ooh. I need to be very careful now. Because I'm almost out of health. I really need to get some grain. Because I cannot constantly just off myself to re-energize my health. Again. Okay, like that. Then dropping here. And back here. Yeah. Take the stuff back again. So let's see. It is getting light again. That's nice. So let's go down over there. And let's see what this looks like. We have now. Can I see anything? See that, but I don't see the rest of it. Because those trees are in the way. So I will have to be closer to really see it. I do think... I don't know whether I should remove that tree in front of it. I don't think that connection works of the noble glass. I don't think it should connect. No, the connection doesn't work. So I'm going to remove the connection. But otherwise I like the feel of it. But I'm going to do it like this. And I'm also not yet convinced about this part coming outside. I feel it takes away a little bit from the tension that I'm trying to create. I'm going to do it like this again. question now becomes, how far should it go up? And maybe go sideways here, so that you do it like this. Then that. Maybe. Maybe do something like this, so to get a little bit of texture here as well from the noble glass. Let's take this out from here. And you know what? I'm forgetting something. Because yeah, you know, I'm completely forgetting that we can sculpt. So why am I not utilizing that? Then as such, I need to do this. Wait a minute. Let's take this away here. And then as such, I need to do this as well. Because that just feels right. And this. Yeah. I think I'm now onto something. And again, I need to watch out. Why am I constantly falling? It's so difficult to do this in survival. In creativity, you have much more mobility, and it's difficult to do stuff like this in survival. But I guess that's why I like doing it in survival, because it's different from what other people are doing in creative mode. But as you can see, it's much more difficult to build in survival. Is this working? Is this working? Frankly, the noble glass is working, but not the cornering over there. So that one is too much. And for some reason, when you look at that part, it feels a bit too thick. Maybe I should make it round instead of a hard diagonal. So what I mean by that is the following. So I'm going to take this away. Let's take these blocks. Not not waste anything. And then use this. And this? No, that's not what I wanted. So for this side I need to have this the outside. Like that. And this one I don't like, so I'm gonna remove that, and just do it like this. And I even question whether that should go up. I don't know yet. Straight, make it not go to the side. What do you mean by that? Make it not go to the side. So, and I don't think the Orium should go up. The noble glass should go up. Yeah, no, the noble glass should stay put. So I'm gonna remove the upwards line of the noble glass. But I have another idea now. But that will require one additional block here. And one. Well, over there. Let's see if I can. Like this. Yeah. Then create someone here. Let's go upwards a little bit to create the outside. That need to put in one over here. Then oh no, that's not the correct position. This one should be inward. That one should be outward. No. Why isn't it working? What no. I was right the first time. No, I am not. Why isn't it working? What am I missing? So here I'm going like this. Oh, the difference here obviously is I have a double one. That's the difference. Like that. How high should it move up before going to the side again? I do feel that this is not correct at the moment yet. This has to go. I need this go up a little bit more. This has to go up a little bit more. How much more should it go up before moving? Let's see. Oh, and what I wanted to do here, okay, I need to close this up, by the way. Yeah. So go up here. What I was thinking is, what if there is another one over here? Let's make it start from the same area. So put here. Then move this. This as well. Close this down. That one down. That one. Yeah. And that one. Here, and one on top. Up here again. Now, let it stop here. Okay. Move this. Close this part up. Let's see if I can go here. Need to remove those blocks. Do you see what I'm doing? Now open this up. Let's that. Keep this system going. This. Oh, it's so difficult. It's difficult to be creative, and it's difficult to externalize what you're thinking about, how you want it to look, what you want it to look like. No, that round shape doesn't fit. So either I do it with the diagonal shape, or I don't do that at all. So oh, come on. I hate that this happens. So either do it like this, so very straightforward, or this, or wait a minute, I haven't thought about that one yet. Like this, but no, that's too jagged. I would do it like that. So oh, I don't know. I really don't know. This feels too thick if I do it like that. And again, I really wish I had scaffolding. Did I mention that I wanted to have scaffolding? Let's take this. Do this. So let's check this out. Maybe now with the additional lines going on, it feels a little bit different. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I closed it up. Yay. Why didn't you warn me that I forgot something? Uh-oh. I hope my stuff is still there. I really hope my stuff is still there. Whew. I was afraid I lost everything. Not that talkative, just working stuff. Yeah, no problem. I do enough talking for the both of us. Okay, so let's see. What do you think? Does this work? Does this work? Or doesn't it? Still, I will need to do some stuff here as well. So I think there I will need those ridges I was talking about. Those basalt ridges in there. And at a certain point, this line needs to go that way. It has to spiral towards that top. And I will... Oh... Maybe... If I would do... Wait a minute. I could bring this Orion more to that side. And I was thinking, maybe I can make a circular form. I don't know whether I can show it like this, but a bit like this, a diagonal circle. Tunray made those trees in our challenge, which were a diagonal circle. This would be an inverted circle because it's not so much as building a circle, but I would need to let it give it a ridge across those lines so that I have a way of it going there. Should this go to that side and then upwards? No, I already mentioned that would cost me a lot of resources that I don't have, because I believe this is all the Orium I have at the moment. Let's see, maybe I still have some left in the chest. Let's take a look. Oh, at this moment, I really would have loved if Tunray was here, because Tunray has so much design creativity, and she might have ideas that can help me resolve what I'm trying to fix. That one is worked out and now has become charcoal as well. Let's put it in there. I don't have any noble glass left, except for the 5 that I have over here. How would I do this? How would I do this? Maybe. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. So, hear me out. Hear me out. And let me know if you agree. So at this moment I have a straight line here. Then I come towards this area, I go straight again and then upwards. Because obviously I need it at a certain point to go upwards. But the movement is so suddenly. And I tried to sculpt this rock over here and place one here sculpted as well. But that felt off. But why did it feel off? I think it felt off because it was only one chair. I think as soon as I am one block in over here, I should be moving upwards. So instead of having a straight line here, it should go up like this. So to have a steeper movement. Do you follow what I'm saying? So let's see if that can help me. And because I'm afraid I might fall off again, let's do it like this, and let's take away some of this orium here. Because I do feel that this is going to be the changing and defining moment. Let's take this away as well. Maybe we will need to replace that later on. Careful now. So let's take this out. I actually do need one of those. Oh. And obviously, why wouldn't I fall down? Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's take this. Yeah. Hope that you understand what I'm trying to do. Let's close this up. And let's close this up as well. Go up here. Have this part. Well, down here. Yeah. Sorry for that. And I need this one back. Pop it like that. That. And then place a block here as well. So, what I was thinking now is I need it to go diagonally here. I'm not sure whether it should maybe first have one additional block here. And now to do it like this. So would have this movement like that. And it would require a little bit more blocks than normal. Do this. Let it have one over there and over there. Move that. Have it over there. Create this, this, that. I'm still working on the game. Maybe the video comes out late tomorrow. I should leave sleep, by the way. Yeah, sleep is important. I wish you good night, Stralung. Thanks for being here today. Okay. And now. Oh, you're still here working. You should sleep. That's what you were saying. So let's see whether this works. Whether this has fixed that design element. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you have any suggestions on how to proceed with this design elements. Okay. And you know why it feels it's not working? Because I still feel it's not working, and I think I know why. Because the diagonal line is much thicker than the rest. So I think I need to continue it over here. And then over here. For that to work, needs it over here as well. No, not over there. It's result over here. This one over here. No. I need to get the Orion blocks before they despawn. They're over there. Okay. Little itch over here. So if this works then. It actually doesn't. This part feels off. And if I continue it over there, it becomes too thick, I think. What do you think? How can I fix this? How can I fix this? I really don't like that area. Well, the block isn't necessarily textury. That's not the issue. The issue is that if I want to have the line that I'm wanting, this part becomes more thick, and if I create thickness over here, that part becomes too thick. So that's my issue right now, because I do want it to move upwards to get that upward feel. And actually this goes up there, then it go that way again. Maybe their solution is to make it thicker overall. Maybe I shouldn't fight it, but I should embrace it. Let's try that. Let's try if I would approach it like that, whether that would remedy my problem. Nope. Take this down. But I do agree a little bit with you, Straldung. Not particularly for this build, but eventually you need a block that emits light, that can serve as a light. Then it should not have a lot of texture. Oh, I forgot one part, because this has to be an Orion block as well. This. So take that. Oh. Better. And then instead of fighting it, I could do that. And I wonder, should I let it go on that corner? Should I put it over there so it really is close to the ridge? Or should I do it a little bit more inward over there so it has some breathing room at the side? That's a difficult one. And for me it's also a little bit difficult to envision right now because of the dark, because I cannot really see the corners at the moment. The thing is when I would put it on the side, this part would become thin. But it might create some additional tension. I don't know. So the designing that we are doing is all about tension at the moment. So let's just work with that. So, let me see. What would happen if I would combine the Orium? Oh. Cannot see it. Because of this tower. You see, this is really why I need something else to be able to build, because it's constantly putting blocks on top of each other is really difficult. It takes a lot of time and it takes away the attention from the build. But let's see. What does this do if I do it like this? No, the noble glass suddenly to the side is too random, I think. That is too random. I should do it differently. I should do it like I did before. So, let's just use the Orium. As you can see, I'm really experimenting with all possibilities. And this is also difficult because I can reach over there. So let's see. I'm glad that mining away noble glass doesn't destroy the glass. Especially since it is a rather... Ah, come on. Yeah, why not? Let's drop myself here. I constantly die. But now I know. That I can take my stuff back again. And immediately I'm damaged. Just from a light fall. I've sprained my ankle. I will probably continue for another 20 minutes. Then I will need to end this stream today. But again, if you have any thoughts on how to proceed with this, oh man, I need to be careful with the amount of resources. So let's dig down again. And let's see whether this fixes the problem that we were having. Go down. So this building up and down takes away a lot of time from the building itself and from the design elements itself. So 4J, if you're watching, I urge you to make scaffolding of some sorts, which allows us to easily scale up and down for building these kinds of structures. Okay. Let's see if this has worked. Let's see if this has worked. I hope so. I hope so, because then we're one step closer. So, let me think. I now have done a 2-row size upward. And I actually said that's why I didn't want to go up here, because it would take me 2 rows of Orium. At the same time, at this side, I won't be able to create these kinds of diagonals here, because I cannot double sculpt. I can only sculpt once. So I can move diagonal on this side and then here move upwards, but it will have a different feel to it. Let's look from a little bit further away. We did before. See what kind of effect this gives us. I think either the first noble glass line should be shorter or the second one should be a little bit longer. Or maybe it should move up as well, but I don't really like that idea because it becomes very thick then. Obviously this line has to go up a little more. It should go up there. And from there it should go that way again. So that. And then it should move up. But I cannot move in a clean way diagonally over here. Oof. Anyone has a suggestion on how to do this? Hmm. It is so difficult. I don't know how to continue. I don't know how to do this. Song says like some variation like a square in there something. Yeah. Eventually. But at this moment I'm really looking at those energy lines. There will be some indentations here as well. Creating other textures, but those textures will also be visible from the other sides of the tower. So these blue lines that I'm doing won't be visible from all sides. So there will be really one dominant side that has that effect. And has to reach higher than it is now to really make impact. But I will be doing some inlays resembling maybe windows or something. For that, it would be fun if we would have somewhat like a milky glass block that emits light. So like the milky glass that we have, but then emitting light. It would be good. You know, if you look at the noble glass and the normal glass, it would be fun if you could infuse it with aura. So that if you would infuse the glass with aura, it would start emitting light. Then you would have the block that emits light without having any texture to it as well. So at this moment, this needs to scale up higher. And then at a certain point, it has to move that way again. Three, four. I didn't miss it. This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For some reason, well, for some reason it's obvious why. This side is slightly smaller than that one, and it's because of this is diagonally cut, and obviously when you cut a square diagonally, the diagonal line will be longer. So let's try and give it some height, those energy lines. I would like at some point that energy line becomes smaller. Here it's quite thick. So maybe, just maybe, I should would that work? Would it work if I said it would narrow down here? And should it be here or should it be higher? I feel as if that should be higher than this. What do you think? Let's take this out and let's place iron blocks here. 1, 2, 3, and again. Which height am I at right now? I am at 143. 50 blocks higher, and I will be at the current peak of that. What I could do now is do this, then this, and then build up with a singular line. So now it becomes smaller. That makes sense. If you like this kind of a creative process in survival, please leave me a like, because that will show me that this is what you want to see, or at least this is one of the things that you like to see. What I'm doing now, well, not the piling up and down, but the contemplating the design element. Oh, how about that? How about that? That works. That definitely works. That definitely works. And now I have an idea. Now I have an additional idea. So, at a certain point, I will go that way again in a diagonal Or maybe horizontally. I think diagonally. Maybe. And then I think I want some vertical lines of noble glass. 1 or 2 again. And then ending again in Orium going upwards. The thing is, should I ultimately go up over there? Or should I remain on this specific side? On this face of the octagon? At least what I can see now is that this has to become a little bit higher. So it has to come over there somewhere. Not too much higher, but maybe 3 to 5 blocks higher. And then make a change of direction again. That might work. And I would think with regard to the noble glass, I think the top one has to go 1 or 2 blocks further than it is now. So let's do that right now, because that's an easy thing to do. So I think, and you know what? Even do it like that. Get a little bit closer. Actually, this idea. Yep. Ooh. I think this is working perfectly. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this. Oh yeah. Now it's starting to get a little bit of tension. Now it's starting to get a little bit of tension. And you know what? You know what? I have an additional idea. How about above those lines that we are having here? So we have this noble glass here. No, not here. This is Orium. With noble glass here. Yeah. How about if we would say this? Let's. Oh, then I would have this here. This here. I think I will leave soon. Yeah, I understand. It's late. But I'm thankful that you came and watched me build. Like I said, I don't think that I will be going on today much longer as well. As obviously at some point I need to sleep as well. Oh, here I wanted to do this. Now I have to see what I'm doing. So I need to put this over here. I will reinstate the bolt later. Okay. Let's do it like this. Now I can remove this and this. And then I can put this back. Now I can remove the ramp again. Because with the ramp in place, I won't be able to really see the effects of what I'm building. So let's see whether this has worked. And before we do that, let's increase that Orium line a little bit so it gets more height. So I was saying something amongst the line of 5 more, I believe. Well, let's check this. 3. So now we have 5 more, I believe. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's happening over there? Oh, okay. Inside I need to place blocks as well, because now I see a rigged line, and that's because the wall is currently a wall with one thickness, and that below it, here you are. So now we need to close these gaps up like that. Yeah, should be correct now. I could bring some more texture into that bridge, because now I did the basalt behind it. I could also use a brick for it. Oh wow. Oh, I think I need to let the empty ridge start elsewhere, because now it starts here, and I think I need to make it start more like here, you will. And then maybe wait a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's do it like that. Then having this here. Hey. I need to close this one up as well. Like that. Oh. Oh. Oh, I fell again. It's not the first time, and it definitely won't be the last time. Why doesn't it work? Why does that design thingy only work in creative? So what I was trying to do was build while walking, and in creative mode that works. Apparently in survival I can't get it to work, and I don't know whether it's because of myself, but yeah. Think, hope, at least that This will help us. Oh. Let me see. I didn't fall entirely to the ground, did I? You know what? I'm using beach sand to move up and down constantly. I should actually use dirt, because dirt is a little bit faster. Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is getting somewhere. This is getting somewhere. I like this. So now I need a way for this to come up here. It needs to bend that way. And then I think it should go up further on this side. So these two sides will be our dominant side of the octagon. Wow. It's... This is coming towards what I want, that cyberpunk feel. Let's stop the HUD. So this is what it's looking like right now. And it's really coming towards that point that's, yeah, where I want it to be. I think I want those ridges to go up further, but come increasingly smaller. Oh, I wanted to find a nice different vantage point to look at the tower and to see it in another way. So on top of that tower, there will be a crown that will go into a point, a skewed point. It will be tapered to the right side, I think. So that means that the lines that you see here will have to go up here as well. And I think I should have some lining on that side too, but separate from this one. And that should crawl up there as well. And then later on join with this energy line. The other side will not have much of those blue lines, maybe sparsely, a little bit, to make it stand out, especially at night, so that when you come from the other side, you can visually see the tower, and that gives you direction as to where to walk. But it should not be dominant. So yeah, I think this is working out. I will have to end the stream here. If you have any ideas on what I could do to make it more exciting, leave me a comment. Again, I'm trying to get a bit of a cyberpunk feel building, fitting with the lore of Reforj. We don't have the entire lore yet, but we are a person that has crashed on this planet from a modern society, and we have to build up from here. Maybe build a ship or something to get back home. I don't know. So that's actually why I wanted to change from the medieval style towards more cyberpunk. Because aside from the fact that I've always done those medieval style builds, and they got boring for me, and I think this helps me to come towards more creativity. I have some additional ideas later on for some sentry systems or surveillance grid or something, which will be objects that float in the sky near the tower. So yeah. Most of you watching are not yet subscribed. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. It would help me. But also, when I get online again, when I post another video, you would be notified of that. I will try to mine some more materials offline as well to be able to build more, because as you can see, I'm out of noble glass. I will provide feedback to 4J about this as well, because 10 noble glass shards to create a glass is quite heavy on the resources. So yeah, I think they should cut that down, so it's easier to get noble glass in the game. And additionally, the idea of infusing glass, whether it's refined glass or normal glass or noble glass, with aura, so that it emits light, that's a nice feature as well. And you might even combine that with the gilded bricks, like this one. So this is the gold gilded brick, and you also have an iron version of that. Let me show you. The iron version is a bit similar to it. So iron and the gilded one, and you could infuse those with aura. So I hope you enjoyed watching this stream. I didn't get as far as that I would have liked, but it is because I find it quite difficult to translate my thoughts to the build itself. At least one thing that I can say that we have succeeded in is it is no longer symmetrical. It does have symmetry to it, of course. The tower is an octagon, and there's that round bend over there. And I think somewhere amongst those lines I will need to repeat the band. I'm not sure, or at least do something with it again. So, I don't know. But the fact that the symmetry is gone already brings it a bit to life. And I, for one, am quite excited about the progress here. I hope you are as well. Well, let me know what you think of the build so far. Let me know what you would do differently or how you would proceed. And yeah, watch my channel for further updates. I will be back at least with a live stream 2 weeks from now on Saturday. I might be earlier in terms of, I mean, another day. So an unscheduled stream, but at least you will definitely know that in 2 weeks time I will be here to do a live stream. So take care and see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.